בסדר גמור.
בסדר גמור. We're running?
We're running, baby.
Wow.
What's going on, Alon Albagli?
Yo, man.
My
Not
good,
much.
good friend.
Yes. Good to be here, man.
Hey. So we both
yeah.
speak Hebrew, but we're going to speak English because
That's
we
right.
want to be international.
Yeah. The podcast is called Inner
Inner
Sound.
sound.
In English.
In English. In the English language. And
Yeah.
we are in New York. In America.
We can do it.
We can speak English for an hour.
Yes.
So what's up, man? You just got back from Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah. It was fun, man. Tulum. We did a show all night, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Wow.
And I did almost a 2-hour set with Rhye, Mike Milosh. And then it was ambient music, and then we played 5 or 6 of his songs, and we've done it a bunch of times. So it's we have a thing, and then he left the stage, and I just did an hour and a half by myself.
I'm thinking a lot about playing for space, like for the room you're at, and that in itself is an art.
Yeah.
So I imagine being on the beach in Mexico and the moonrise.
Yeah,
And then
wow.
all you need is like one chord.
Totally.
That's
and,
it.
And man, this DJ came after me, Toki Monster. She's amazing. And she started playing, and you can stretch the envelope even more. Like after what she did, I was like, wow, you can really do nothing. You can play bling. Like she played some tracks that were so
She's amazing.
minimalist.
I know her.
Yeah.
She DJ'd
really
like an
cool.
ambient set.
Yeah, ambient set. I asked her after that, was it original? This is, some stuff were original. She's like, she used AI, took away the drums, and but yeah, after she did her thing, I was like, oh wow, you can really even do way less than what I did, which was really small. I barely did anything, and then
There's always less.
you can less, yeah, and the space can just kind of take it.
Mute.
Yeah. And also, you can also take big changes. I was trying to be, as brave as I could with cutting a loop, and start something else similar, but cut it. After it's been playing for 12 minutes, for instance. I don't know, something like that. Imagine you're already getting used to this vamp thing, and then all right, take a big breath, boom, something else, and it's fine. And you can even be more aggressive with changes. So I came out with this. With a lot of thoughts about how much you can use not changing anything and how much you can utilize changes, aggressive changes, and play, all that spectrum.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking to the point of space that when I toured with Charlie, so Paulie, the MD, who I love very dearly, he came to me after one show and he told me we played in arenas and stadiums. Think about the amount of air you're pushing. Wow. And it was in regards to, I think we talked about it, to the amount of information. Let's say you play a busy fill.
Yeah.
It's it's not like a jazz club where people hear it from 2 meters away.
Yeah.
It needs to travel through thousands or hundreds of meters.
Wow.
And it just doesn't translate.
What, you mean ghost notes on the snare, for instance?
Ghost
super
notes?
Technical question. Do you play ghost notes on the snare in a stadium?
Yeah, I think I play ghost notes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I clean it out intentionally on some songs, but more about chops and fills and just busy playing.
Right.
It's think of how much more effective a taka 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 taka, in a stadium than stak bish bish bish.
Right.
Who cares about that?
Yeah.
So
imagine the guys on the very, very end.
Yeah, exactly. What are they receiving? So I just think it's maybe something we don't talk about a lot as musicians, but the space we're in, playing for the room, the space.
True. Actually, I felt exactly that thing. The difference between something choppy and not, and also where is it coming from? So when I was playing those loops, and it's a big stage. It wasn't a stadium at all, but it's a big space, and also it's open completely.
Right.
So the fast runs, some fast runs work and some just don't. And if you do them, and if you do too much of them, it just kind of gets swallowed. You know,
Yeah.
when I was, you know, playing on top of these loops, a little bit of, you know, exploring or whatever, trying to play some textures, improvising, the slow things and the stuff that has big attacks and big you know, kind of projection, that they work. And the lines, you can play them and people just kind of eat their chips, you know,
Right.
They really don't care.
Isn't it amazing how it's almost universal that the more mature or experienced an artist becomes, the less they want to do, the less information
Yeah.
or the more precise it becomes?
Right.
Why is that?
Yeah. The less you mean, like less notes, less,
less.
impressive stuff, less like
Yeah.
over the, yeah. You fall in love with what you fell in love. I think in the beginning when you started, you kind of maybe you go back to the child,
Right.
you revisit it after you want to avoid it or something for a long time. You think you're like a cool adult,
Wow.
and then after you're a real adult,
Right.
you know, for lack of a better word, you maybe, you kind of go back to this pure, you know, I remember just listening to the Beatles in a cassette,
Right.
you know, in my room, you know.
Yeah,
not thinking yet about, wow, how cool is a guitar? Wasn't thinking about that yet. I was just connecting with the music.
What was the first music you heard?
Yeah, I think that's a memory. The Hard Day's Night, I think it was the song. So I'm just trying to remember literally a memory, you know. Not like you know, the music I was into. Just like literally, that happened. I was putting a cassette, you know, and I remember that. Yeah, classic millennial, you know, my dad's generation, you know, Dire Straits, Beatles, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, right? You know, some jazz too, but first those things, like the you know, the golden era of rock and roll, where, you know, our dads, I'm sure also maybe your dad was into that. I don't know.
Me too. Yeah,
What was your dad into? Yeah,
Zeppelin
Yeah.
from age 0.
yeah,
But then I discovered like Spice Girls,
nice.
like Backstreet Boys,
Yeah,
and Britney, like that MTV era.
MTV. Ah, wow.
Wow, that only now do I realize how much that affected
Yeah.
me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because
I
you were 8, no, when that
Yeah.
came out, something like that, right?
Yeah, 8
that's
or
really
10.
a kid, you know. I was already
Exactly.
a teenager, but yeah.
Right.
So I connected with, for me it was already, when that was on MTV, I was already like, I don't know, into like the fashion and stuff like that. You actually purely loved the music.
I love the music.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
loved the
Yeah.
Spice Girls.
Yeah.
The music.
Wow.
Because it's before even it's amazing to be a kid. You don't have
Yeah.
the conception of like, is it cool? Is it not cool? Is it
No.
sophisticated? Yeah, man. Then the jazz days,
Yeah.
I think they ruined us.
The jazz days?
Yeah.
Wow.
Both of us.
When
No.
did it start?
When you start thinking like, is this
Yeah.
cool enough? Is it sophisticated enough? You don't think so? Like that we're still battling with some of that?
You mean still leftovers of like jazz mentalities that like we're
Yeah.
still battling? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm in the last few years. I'm in the process of letting go, I guess, you know, of those ideas, and like falling in love again with really also like in the jazz world, like really old school stuff and simple playing, and you know, basic kind of like rooted guitar stuff. I mean, if it's guitar related,
You know, I don't like soloing anymore.
right?
Even when
As
we
a drummer?
played, we played a Hello show.
Oh yeah, you said
at
no
New
solo.
Blue. Yeah, I was like, nah. Like everyone looked at me like,
Do you
wanna take
remember the
some?
reason?
Yes. First of all, I just didn't think sonically at that moment the room or the venue needed like a drum solo.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in the mood. That's another thing. I think when you're younger, you like ignore your own intuition or your own mood.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I have to. Oh, it's my time. Okay, let's just do it. Like now, I got to prove myself. I get to play a solo. But you don't really check in with yourself of like, do I feel like playing a solo? Do I have something to say? Like you need actually, before you step on the mic and start talking, you need to know if you have anything to say.
Right.
And sometimes we just don't have what to say. So I was like, I'm not in the mood to like have the focus on me. I don't need the focus.
Yeah.
I could play a solo, right? I could play some shit, but I didn't feel like it's what the room needed or that I wanted to do.
Yeah, in jazz, that's why I don't. For years now, I don't really, pursue so much.
The jazz world.
Yeah, the jazz scene, those types of gigs, those types of arrangements, compositions, bands, and it's kind of nice to come to peace with that, and
so many musicians go through jazz, go to jazz school, dig into it for a few years, then leave it to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
But that time spent in jazz, I think, changed for me. I'll speak for myself. It changed my life. It changed the way I play and approach music.
Yeah.
Even to, like, we improvise so much. I mean, improvising is everything also. When you're just writing a song in the studio together or something, you're improvising.
Right.
Or straight up improvising on stage, whether it's like, it doesn't have to be jazz or swing, but you're still in the spirit of jazz.
Yeah.
That's something that once you get into, it doesn't really leave. It really, I think it changes the essence of a lot of musicians.
Being a jazz musician?
Yeah, having been through that period.
Right.
Of,
improvisation.
Yeah, being comfortable with the unknown.
Yeah.
Maybe that's most of what it's about.
For sure.
Like really surviving awkward. I'll never forget that I grew up on rock, straight up rock and roll and punk rock. Played in punk rock bands until like 17. Then I discovered jazz and I went all in on jazz. Went to like Shablul and Erez Barnoy and like jam sessions.
Yeah, every week.
And I was so terrible. I didn't know literally what swing was. I didn't know the rhythm. And I had like a rock musician's ride, and like, but I would go on stage every week and humiliate myself in front of not many people, but still like the cats, right? The cool cats. And I actually wish I could see it now to see how bad I sounded, but having gone through that for a few years and then eventually learning how to sound good and be cool.
Yeah.
But that willingness to like embarrass yourself on stage and be making mistakes and improvise and dive into the unknown, maybe that's the spirit of jazz.
Yeah. Pause there. For sure. I like that.
Yeah.
And that's not even before even getting technical, like literally on the drums, on the language, on what is that kind of touch and grips and snare playing and you said big ass thick cymbal, rock cymbal. Eventually you probably got a Bosphorus, right?
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
From Shai Zellman.
Yeah.
King.
I loved those cymbals back then.
Yeah, I
loved
still have
to play
it.
on top of them. I loved when drummers had that.
I still have that ride back home, but I don't.
You have the same one?
The same one.
Yeah.
It's like 20 years ago, and it's still my favorite ride.
Wow, it's an amazing
I
ride.
haven't found a better ride in my entire life.
No way.
Yeah.
I can imagine how it sounds. I know it really well.
Yeah,
I know they're
really
a little different, but yeah.
Yeah.
A little crunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. And that stays with you forever because those years are so important, It's cool that you had this touch with the like edge of scary jams.
Yeah, I'm sure you
every
had it
week.
too.
Yeah, I guess I don't have memories of like too scary situations. But yeah, I guess edgy situations. Yeah, for sure. It's just that I didn't have back home that weekly jam so much. I'm not from Tel Aviv, so for me it was a trip. To go to the only one that was then. Shablul jams wasn't a thing then. It was only Tatzador. And I was still pretty young.
Right.
And so I wasn't playing. I went to see a couple of times, but I wasn't playing.
I remember Tatzador.
My jams were in closed doors with friends.
Yeah.
I used to host jams in my basement in Ra'anana.
Really?
My hometown.
Shout out Ranana.
Shout out Ranana, Metro West. And like I had like 40 people from, mostly from my high school and Alon. Mm-hmm. They'll come to my basement and we'll just kind of chill and play.
That's cool.
So that was fun, but it was also like, I remember it being nice. People were nice to each other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't have that vibe.
See what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, no, Tel Aviv is
kind of
like,
cool.
Man, when you're young, I used to also go to Tatzadoro, and like, there must have been 20 people there or 30 people, but
at least for
it
sure.
was which is not a lot of people, but it's like the scene, right? And when you're young, wow, I used to look up to those people.
Oh, yeah.
And like when you go to play, you're shaking. You're like, they're all sitting right next to you and like checking out your every move.
Yeah. And you went up in Tatzadoro.
Yeah, I used to go up. But it's like the biggest show you can play in your life. Because there's so much on the line.
It's a coffee shop, yeah?
It's a coffee shop. Yeah.
With like Eggs Benedict and stuff like that.
But your ego is on the line.
I mean, they're all there, all the teachers and the students.
Exactly. Wow.
Hanging.
Yeah.
There was no hierarchy so much in terms of teacher and students. There was in the scene.
Right.
But like everybody was just hanging.
Everyone just hanging.
Because a lot of teachers broke the barrier of friends and students with everybody.
I used to smoke weed with Amit Golan before classes.
He's
the legendary teacher.
Yeah. He had the weed hang.
Wow.
Yeah, when he taught in my high school, he didn't smoke weed with the people. I don't know why, by the way, but apparently in Thelma Eileen they did. And
what a legend. But it was all, now I'm realizing it was all a part of the class, you know?
Yeah.
Because he really lived the essence of like the jazz, how he imagined the jazz lifestyle to be.
Yeah.
But he really embodied it. It's like the hang before class, after class, smoking weed, sitting on the piano. Like you're like not doing well because he knows you're high. Is like, don't worry about it, bro. You're good.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's.
And he would get you high.
Yeah.
With his weed.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe we can talk about like we both moved to New York. You moved a few years before me, but we've both been
a couple
here
years before you.
For a long ass time.
Wow, so long.
How long it's been for you? Like 18?
18 now, actually. A few days,
18 years.
Yeah. You know how you plan to do like a post, 18 years in New York, and then I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah, also who cares?
But who cares also? Yeah. I can kind of lie and say whatever date. You know?
Yeah. Because it's such formative years, right?
Yeah.
I moved when I was 21, too. You moved also like
23, Yeah.
That's when you're born, basically.
For sure.
As a human.
Yeah. You know, back home, I was also like pretty busy in the pop scene before moving to New York. So I had that transition.
So you've already had a lot of experience.
Yeah,
you know, stages and stuff.
Playing big stages, playing on TV, and working, like actually working. So it was a crew, but I moved by myself.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't have any of that.
A lot of people. I remember I was different than most of like my closest friends. You, Ed, and Dada. This like some people did a little bit. I got to do a lot because I got into it like years before, and because of the people that I knew, and and then it was a big change for me. Like nothing in the calendar. I moved to New York. I have nothing in the calendar. I'm playing in some restaurants for $0 to $20, carrying my amp, you know. It was crazy.
$0 gigs.
$0 gigs. Yeah, we'll get to that too.
Yeah.
Some money stuff. For me, I remember a $50 gig was like, oh, I can get like a bagel every day.
Wow.
For that week.
I was
in the new
so
school.
hyped with a $50 gig.
Like math. I would do the math. I was like, okay, if a bagel is like $4.50 with cream cheese or whatever, not the salmon stuff for $12.
Right,
cream cheese.
No, never.
Never the salmon.
No.
Once in a while we'll get the salmon because I'm a spender boy.
Is it inherent to musicians to have like broke mentality for many years until you're like, oh wow, people actually make real money and like plan and have savings? For us, it's still like we're so used to like that mindset, right?
Yeah, of course. We had more conversations about what's the cheapest lunch special than stocks, taxes, saving.
None of that.
Like
None
0 to 100, like nothing about that. All about the cheapest things.
Yeah.
You know, pad thai with a soup. I think for $6.
It's so like both naive and cute and crazy at the same time.
Yeah.
That we lived for years like that in New York.
Yeah. So yeah, the mentality was a broke mentality. It's a practice. It's a vibe. You know, collectively. You know. Also, when you're an international student, you were an international student, right?
Yeah.
You went to school as well. Yeah, just not jazz school, but you were in school with people.
I was in school
locals
with people.
and internationals.
Yeah.
So the international thing, especially in the jazz vibes, is like, again, I mean, if you're an international student, you're not totally poor because it's you know you need some money to travel,
course,
and you know
course.
some people come from super rich families, but like some people not. But
of course,
but still the vibe is like survival and barely no gigs, no work. You know, so when you do get paid, it's like yay. So that's where it comes from, and it's a mentality that it's you practice unintentionally for many years. You literally practice it because like you verbally,
unintentionally,
you say stuff, and your friends tell it to you, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna get this dish because it's like $2 less than that, you know, and it's kind of a normal thing.
It's a practice.
It's a practice.
Yeah.
So it takes a long time, even if you want to get out of it.
Right. So maybe this leads us to the conversation about money in music.
Yeah, sure.
Like now, where have we landed now on it?
Wow. Well, I'm just gonna jump into, I don't know, just because my mind went there. My rant in the past maybe 2 years, you know this, is, and it sounds like a big statement, but you know, whatever. It's not really a big statement. It's like there's no musician really without a job, I don't think. Right? I don't know so many cases of musicians without a job. And when I say job, I mean also playing on a Broadway show.
Okay.
I mean playing weddings.
So a job in music.
I mean, well, it's a job.
Could be.
It's a job.
So then what do you mean?
So I don't know. I'll finish the job thing. I'll finish defining a job. So like it could be Broadway shows. It could be, again, if you get on one, not just a sub.
Yeah.
Okay, like in New York, and I'm not even really in the scene, but like, but it takes a long time to get a sub gig in a show, and it's really rare if, as a sub, it's even steady, like frequent as once a week will be a lot. That's how much a Broadway show pays? 300, 400? 400 a week. Okay, that's not a salary yet, right? So that's not enough. So I'm saying, that's if your Broadway show is you're a regular and it's a job, so it pays for everything, so you're good, right? But that's still a job. And in wedding gigs, it's also a job, and that's also a part-time job. It's not a yearly salary. Even if you're super busy, you make only like, you know, fucking let's talk numbers. Yeah,
60.
50 is a lot. No, you don't make 60. You make 60 if you're a band leader in a wedding gig and you run a band of your own. Or even like a branch of a band, like let's say the big company, and then you run your own thing, and you play a lot of gigs, like doubles, like the Saturdays and the Sundays.
Wow,
maybe you get to 50. So it's not a salary. It's like more like 20, 30, right?
Okay.
Grand a year. So that's not full. So that's within the job thing. I'm talking about teaching. I'm talking about working in a cafe, working in a restaurant. I'm talking about secondary hustles and passions.
Yeah.
Or, you know, some people just land a gig that is steady enough, so they're like, okay, I can kind of get rid of my job because I don't know, I started playing for whatever, Cirque du Soleil, I don't know, like whatever, right?
Yeah. But even then, like big tours, most of them are part-time, right? Even if you tour like,
I think so from what I see,
4, 5, I mean, several months a year, which is a busy tour, it's still
very busy.
Like, very busy.
Yeah.
Like actually being on the road for several months a year, that's a working, that's like someone hustling the road, right?
Oh, yeah.
And still, yearly, it comes down to like
you
the same numbers.
How much do you think? Like, we can do the quick math.
Yeah, like
60 grand.
Yeah, let's say whatever.
Something like that. Yeah, a salary
Depends,
of a 24-year-old graphic designer. I'm not dissing.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just
money.
facts.
Hey,
It's just facts.
I'm just saying. I'm just comparing it to something.
Man, this is a conversation we barely
it is kind of funny, but
have as musicians.
Barely have.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So yeah, you always,
especially not like, sorry to stop you, but like especially we don't talk about it when we meet on the scene, right? When we go to Blue or anything. Yeah, when you just hang, you don't talk about it. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah, so even the big tours, like they look amazing on Instagram. You get all the clout, you get all the respect from the scene, which is a sort of capital that also we're chasing as musicians. When you're younger, I think that means more to you than money, right? Like I don't need money, I need respect, I need clout, I need followers, like I need. But then you're like, okay, let's look at the numbers. How much do you have at the bank? Can you pay rent? Like, can you start a family, right?
Yeah.
Real, like, grown man shit.
Yeah.
And, a tour is, even that, I mean, there's rare cases. There's, like,
where it lasts long enough, and it's frequent enough. And like the band leader is very committed to keep hiring the same people.
Exactly.
You know, there are situations like that, and then it's a job. But that job looks like something very specific. Mm-hmm. That's a guy or a girl that's like on an airplane a lot, or tour buses.
Tour bus.
Yeah. If you have a family, this and that. Again, but we're not even. We can, but for now we didn't even like say anything good or bad about the job. We're mostly talking about numbers and how do you get to those numbers, and if it's enough or not, and is it really, like a job that gives you a yearly salary, literally, like can you get there?
Right.
Let's say this, like gigs in the city, any city, $100, $150, $200. You know, if you do enough for those,
$400,
imagine how much you have to do to make $5K a month salary, right?
Yeah.
It's impossible. It's impossible unless you have some good months.
So to your original point is like you need a job as a musician, whether it's in music, but it's something steady. How do you define a job? Like something that is steady? Because it's all even one gig is a job, right? It's like
you're working. Yeah, the words, will always like put it in a box, and then I'll have to protect the box. And I'm not here to like tell people what is a job, what is not. Like we'll keep arguing like what falls into that box of a job, But let's just I just look at what I see out there and my experience. And I guess something that feels like that more secure is the steadiness. Yes, is how often do I get this $500?
This is a very interesting conversation. Like once music gets connected to money, something is getting lost, right? Because then I'm also thinking, sometimes I reflect myself, even when I'm creating or like producing or writing something, how free am I really at this point that I'm a professional musician, right?
Yeah.
From the thought of this needs to make money, or this needs to lead to something that makes money or find success. How free am I really from that? Even when creating supposedly like from not for money. Because there's so many years of that being ingrained into one another.
Yeah.
Like music, money, gig, how much does it pay? It just happens. It's a practice, like you said.
Right.
It's something we live every day. So can we really, I mean, there's no answer to this. Maybe every person can answer to themselves. But how can we really disconnect the two? Can we find like the purity in music ever?
Nice. I think they just coexist and they meet each other. The money, the funds, also and the art of creating, of playing for somebody, right? There's an art to play for somebody. If it's a huge gig like Charlie Puth, or if it's like back in the Rockwood days where we used to play with a lot of up and coming bands, and we used to do a lot of. There's an art to also coming together with friends, me, you and Jonathan Levy, and back in the day when we had Go the Lady or your shit like Atello, rehearsing, play a gig, get paid like $50. There's an art to that too. There's also a relation to money, but so they kind of coexist and they are interacting all the time. So like the sometimes it's purely about what the thing is. Like, wow, we meet, we rehearse, we invest time. We buy food, we spend money, we get Ubers, we interact with money, but to do this, and then suddenly the money can sneak in. We're like, oh, we got this offer, boom, and then you can start talking about money, and then but sometimes you talk about money before, and then let's see what we can do with the music for that, right? There's also that like I don't know, like doing music for commercials, for movies, for focus music, wellness, all that stuff. Sometimes it's like reversed. We've done, everybody almost done both.
I love. Can you say more? Can you elaborate on? You said it's an art to play with someone. It's an art to meet with friends and jam and do something creative. It's an art to. Can you elaborate on each one of those?
Yeah. So it's. I think I'm slightly riffing on this too, but I've thought about this a lot. We're like. Because you often not think about money when you just deal with, when you sit right here and you're going to do something. You don't. You want to hear, something for inspiration. You're like, wow, that thing is amazing. You check it out. You do. And then you start filming.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, oh, now I'm interacting with the outside world.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I'm spending energy out there. Now, money is energy, right? So sometimes when you go
Money's
to
energy.
the output zone when you film it, or you're gonna maybe post it, maybe you're gonna record something, then you're starting to maybe interact with money, because when you put energy out there, the universe wants to give you energy back. It might be a connection, it might be a friend, a new friend. it might be like a really nice experience, it rewards you with, and it might be a cute little check.
Wow,
that will come after, I don't know.
Okay.
So I don't see how they're disconnected or not, but they are sometimes separate.
I really love that. So I'm repeating what you said. I'm just summarizing it for myself. You sit with the craft, you and God, right?
Yeah.
Then at some point you decide to expand it to others, to the other. You film it, you share it. And you're already a little more, now you're in the realm of transforming energy with others.
Yeah.
It's a circular energy. It's an output and an input. And a part of that input could be money. Because I love how you said money is energy. It's not numbers. It's like, I give you energy, you give me this in return, because that's what we figured out. That's the system we came up with. But it can also come back in form of like a new friend, a new collaborator, whatever. All of a sudden, like someone's flying you out somewhere. You're like in a weird situation. You're like, wow, how did I get here? That's crazy. It might pay a lot. It might not. Like it's like adventures. It's also energy. Huh.
I like that rephrase a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And that's and when people think about rate, we had a lot of conversations about rate, right? So with that being said, rate for what exactly, and
rate for what?
For what exactly? Yeah, like so, when we schedule a session with Hello, right, and we write. Is there a rate for that?
But wait, if we stay with that energy mindset, so when you think of a rate for anything, any work or gig, you're thinking how much energy is this gonna take from me?
That's a good question to ask yourself.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, I think so.
Or am I willing to receive energy back in the form of not money, right? In other forms, and we know the answer. Sometimes the answer is yes.
You always know the answer.
We always know, right?
For sure.
It's like right there.
When you're younger, or just more, or when you're confuser, more confused, you don't know how to find the answer because you think, oh, but wait a second, maybe this gig will give me that gig, and then maybe da 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 da, and your reasoning is just not. Is imagination. Your reasoning is just not good. If somebody asks me to play, and I think about all this like other opportunistic reasoning, then you're off. You're gonna make a bad decision.
Yeah.
When you're gonna ask for a rate, it's gonna be the wrong rate. We're gonna do it for free. You're gonna feel bad about it.
You're gonna be bitter.
It's gonna be bitter.
Hate the gig.
You're gonna not show. You're gonna be late maybe to the rehearsal. Wow. And you're not gonna show up knowing the 100%. Music. So.
And then you're gonna not get the thing you think you're gonna get because you're gonna
absolutely you won't get it.
You're gonna like ruin your reputation. Yeah. Like who wants to work with this guy? And all because you were dishonest with yourself.
Yeah,
you should have just said no.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, we all know like that's like a little bit of bitterness. A quick bitterness thing is like every time I thought I'll get something for something, I would say 99.99% I didn't. I didn't. It didn't come, that thing, I thought. Whatever, I'm not even going to elaborate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I feel you. I don't think it's bitter.
Sure.
I think it's...
it's not even complaining, but I thought maybe it sounds complainy, but...
No, not at all. I think it's a question of intention. Mm-hmm. Like, also, we never know... the thing that comes that we're chasing, we never know where it's going to come from.
Yeah.
It's never going to be how we expect it to come. Life always surprises us, right?
Nice, exactly.
You do a gig, you think, I'll mingle, I'll make so many connections.
Yeah.
Then you probably don't, but then someone else that you played with in front of like 20 people, maybe it's like so chaotic.
If your reasoning is focused and like, for instance, what's pure? Like, I like this music. I like this guy. I like this singer. Mm-hmm. If you like it, if you like the way she sings.
Or I'm trying to get this money.
That's right.
But at least you're honest with yourself.
Yeah, but we know if something has money, right?
Right.
I got called for gigs with money. When it's money. It's either literally it's in the offer of the gig, the check, the amount, it, or actually I don't know what the other option is. That's the only other option. So when it's money. So all the other things that are not money. So most of the stuff. I'm talking about the fluff, right?
Yeah.
Fluff. It's not fluff. It's, when we meet, like we're going to do next week, we're going to do a session, we're going to work on a track. It's not fluff. This is like, so, I'm not hiring you, you're not hiring me. We're going to come in. So when somebody asks you to play a gig, again, it's a very specific to instrumentalists and it's not an issue for everybody, but whatever. It's an issue for a lot of people. Then you can say a rate, but usually that person is not going to have enough money to pay you. So if you want to do it, if you want to be there, if it's going to give you energy back, like you said, mm-hmm. right? Musical energy, like you're going to learn something from this. You want to play good music, right?
I love this conversation. I'm realizing what we're actually talking about is how to avoid bitterness, how to avoid getting jaded.
Yeah.
I think you get jaded and bitter when you are not in tune with yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're honest about your intention as to why you're saying yes or no to a gig, to work, mm-hmm. then you're going to survive longer without getting bitter. And what I mean is, this is very practical. It sounds like up there, but it's like, if it's a money gig, it's a money gig. You are getting a rate that you're happy with. You need to negotiate for that.
Yeah.
Then you show up. It doesn't matter. Like, if you've decided this is good enough for you, you show up with the best energies. You don't care about the music. You don't care about the hang. Maybe they're good. Maybe they're not.
Yeah.
But you've decided, I'm doing this. This is aligned with me.
Yeah.
The other extreme is like, there's no money, but you're okay that there's no money there because there's you love the music, right? Music, money, hang, the three.
Yeah.
But I don't want to reduce it to that. It's
That's
like a thing of attunement. It's like, am I really willing to be here for the love of the art, for the love of the people, whatever it is? And then
why would there be money? Like, I'm not here for money.
Exactly.
Right? It's like, just separate the...
Exactly. And I love to not use this hang money music. There's no hacks for stuff like that.
Right.
For intuition. So that's a hack. It's true. There's truth in that hack.
Yeah.
But it's like a trick.
Right.
It's like you think you can kind of like reduce everything to, and it will give you the answer. It won't, because I know this 3 things for 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't know how to choose stuff.
Right. Exactly.
Because you're like, well, the hang. I mean, the hang is okay. Wait. One of them is hang. Sorry.
Music, money, hang.
Music, money, hang. Yeah. So like the hang sometimes it's like, I don't know. I mean,
right,
the hang.
Right.
What do you mean the hang? I don't know. I actually don't know who's playing drums. So
right.
you know,
right.
The music it's a good one. It's a good one. But people get confused because they say the music is they think it's good, it's cool, people like it, people think it's cool, it's gonna lead me somewhere, so they add to that category too many things, right? And then money also, it's also too vague, because it's money, what do you mean? $1 or 1,000?
Right.
How much?
Yeah.
You know, how much money do you
what's
need?
enough for you at that moment in your life?
Yes. Do you have a job or not?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
The thing about this job, the thing about too many musicians, you know, they myself included, basically, you shoot yourself in the foot on your way up to expand yourself as an artist, with like not being able to afford gear, right? And like some sort of a living situation that allows you to make music. So that's why I'm kind of coming back also to the money thing, and how much to ask. What is enough money? Because, you know, enough money to live and to eat food, sure, basic. That's like the minimum. And then you know, I've had friends that were good with money all the years, which I was not, and they had all these things here. If they can't see, but like it's an amazing studio with a bunch of gear that's worth, you know, thousands of dollars.
It's not
and
mine.
It blew my mind. It's not yours. And it blew my mind over the years, like how people have that.
Right.
Blew my mind. I'm like, the sense is like, I just got it, you know, and then you look it up, how much it costs, you know, 4K, this preamp is $8,000, this, you know, Neumann microphones. I'm still sometimes, you know, shocked by how much things cost, you know.
But then to your point, like we do this whole intention alignment checking in order to also grow, to allow ourselves to grow as musicians, as artists. Like, that's what you mean? To invest in ourselves?
Exactly. And also the gigs you take, or the projects, or the things you do for free, you do that also to grow yourself as an artist. I mean, think about it. If you do something that actually reduces you musically, again, not right, like it's very situational, but we know what it is. But it pays you like that like middle of the ground payment, like, you know, like that 200, you know, and it takes you the time. Not a great thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to something that pays you zero. Like, I don't need. I'm good.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good. This is good shit. I want to do it. This is something I'm excited to invite people to see. Right? You're developing real relationships with people. And
like
you
that.
and you make real stuff, you know.
So you kind of clean all the noise. It's
and
either like
clean the noise.
Not to like summarize, because this is very personal. Really depends on where someone is in their lives. But maybe for us at this point, it's
because some people just love playing. Before you say even like summarize, but some people love playing gigs and love just getting their gear up and go and try summarize. You know, it's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Definitely is a vibe. But yeah, go ahead.
No, again, with the intention thing, but it's like, at least I know for me, I'll just speak for myself. I fully agree that this middle ground, like, you don't love the music, it pays okay.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so what are you doing? Like, either get that money, get that like 800, 1,000, 1,500 a gig, a day, whatever.
Yeah.
Then, okay, this is work. I'm working. Or you love the people and the music and the art, then it's like,
whether it pays or not, like I'm there. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, and you know this, like my thing recently for a while now is either free or a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of my new thing in terms of, you know, doing stuff with other people or getting hired or blah blah blah. Now, just a quick question about what. So in like big tours, medium to big, small tours, touring around, going out playing with artists, like where you do get paid, even if it's like shitty, like whatever, like 2,000 a week, right? Like the low end.
Yeah.
15. Is there even a thing? 15 a week? That's really low. But
it exists.
Yeah.
It's the low. 15 a week is like
the
forget
about
lowest,
that, but like the lowest.
No one. I would say just no one. Today
to make a week.
Exactly. Today 4K, not the biggest, but it's great. It's really good pay.
Wow.
Some can get up to 6 or like 8. I would say 8K is like, I know it exists. I never got paid that much.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, that's like the top for a musician. Then there's MD, then there's other stuff. But no, but 8K is a lot.
8K is a lot, yeah.
Sorry, not 8K, sorry. 4K is like, good luck finding a tour that pays 4K.
I know.
45, like 35 is maybe a standard as far as I know.
Yeah. And good luck for you that you keep it, that it stays, and it comes, and you do more tours, and it's actually a thing. But yeah, but if your line of work, not yours, but like a musician, and you live in LA or wherever, and is to eventually get to a point where like you tour enough that you make a lot of money, and you eventually become an MD, and like that's like where your passion is at. I can see it. Mm-hmm. Take also the shitty, cheaper tours, take everything, do that for sure. Yeah, you know, it's something to do.
And then there's a question. There's a question of a lifestyle that I think it's also something you don't think about when you're young. Like you just want to tour. I want to be out there. I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah.
And a lot of musicians I know. And then you get a little old. We're not so old, by the way. We're
not so old.
We're speaking like we're fucking in our 60s, but
I'm just checking the time.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
But you don't think about that when you're young. Like, is this lifestyle? Because you don't know.
Yeah.
Like you enter a serious relationship. You might want a family, personal, but people, you might not want to be on the road for months on the year.
Yeah.
Being in a bus. I mean, it's, I love it, but it's hard work.
Yeah, but also when you're young, you love every bit of it.
Yes,
the tiniest, shittiest store.
Right. We did a fucking.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was also rough.
It was, shout out Janelle.
Love her.
Love Janelle.
Yeah.
But we were young. It was like the three of us, right? Me, you, and her, band. Band tour.
No, but we drove.
We drove across the entire USA.
Yeah, we drove.
In a
small car.
I drove.
Yeah.
Like that is.
Yeah,
but again, I don't know. I don't remember.
It was right before. We still had fun with it. It still made sense to us.
I had so much fun on that tour.
So much fun.
Like all adventures, like girls, just all of it.
Yeah. It was really, really fun.
But I would never do that now.
It's the roughest thing compared to like where we're at now. It's the hard. It's like a bit. It's impossible. Impossible.
It was like a month and a half on the road, like driving.
You did a month and a half, and I joined for 2.5 weeks or something. I think you did. No, it was a month.
Maybe.
Yeah, a month. Yeah.
But like driving 10 hours. 10 hours.
We had a 12 one too.
And then playing a gig. The same. Yeah. After that, it's just.
Yeah.
Insanity.
Wow.
But being on the roads on the highest level is also rough. Like, sure, you have a tour bus, you have a driver, you have flights, you have hotels.
Yeah.
But, like, you're still you're out there. Like, there's no escaping the jet lag, the traveling, the
Were you bored?
long hours.
So, were you bored sometimes?
Very bored, yeah, of course.
Just bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I think,
just sitting there.
People who don't tour don't realize how boring touring is.
Wow.
And that you're mostly, I think maybe Saint Vincent or something said in an interview that you're another piece of gear. They need to move you around the world.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what you do or feel during that time, right?
No.
You're on flights, on the bus, back, like you go to sound check at 4 p.m. What do you do until 9 p.m. until the show?
My goodness.
Nothing. You're not doing anything.
Wow.
I mean, you're chilling. If there's a nice backstage,
yeah, but it's not like you have a studio or an office or a room to even go to.
Yeah, and you're away from your partner, from your friends, and like sure you can be like very close with the band. There can be a great hang.
Yeah,
but you're hanging every day, all day,
all the time.
Like
all day.
If me and you were hanging, we're really good friends. If we were hanging every day, all day. Yeah. At some point, we'd be like, just on our phones, fucking, hey.
Yeah.
Like that happens, right?
Yeah.
So
a lot of phone time?
A lot of phone time.
Wow.
A day on tour is like this, like nothing. Boom, like fucking show, hype, adrenaline. 2 hours of adrenaline after the show, or 1 hour, or whatever. Then back to nothing.
Wow. So the sound check is nothing also, right?
No, sound check is nothing.
Nothing.
Less than nothing. You're like,
really? So I don't know, maybe seeing the venue, but that's maybe just the first time.
Yeah.
Small
so
high.
So it's like the lowest, just like boring.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually exaggerating a little bit on purpose.
Yeah, of course.
Because you get to a new city.
Yeah.
Like you have time during the day, you check it out, you explore.
Yeah.
You go with people. It's nice, right? It's
nice.
Yeah. But there's a lot of
It's a comfortable nothing.
Yeah, it's a very comfortable nothing. But there's a lot of just like just like
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you're not even like you're not a substance guy almost at all.
Me no, thank God.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Wow.
Not at all.
Because people drink it through.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, smoke
the amount
it out.
Of alcoholics I see on the road.
Yeah.
Also functional alcoholics, right?
Yeah,
like low key.
It's just part of the thing.
Yeah.
And ciggies.
Yeah. Everything.
And eating a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very hard to stay healthy on the road.
Yeah, it's kind of like obvious stuff, but not that obvious.
Not that obvious,
because the shiny thing covers it all.
Absolutely, man. The Instagram is a lie.
It's amazing how like the prestige element of these gigs is very shiny, very desirable. Think about it. You know, the spot you had with Charlie is a spot that every drummer in the world would say yes to.
Yeah.
Almost every, except the top tier of the top tier drummers would like be like, we'll see. No, I don't think so. You know, like Keith Carlock, people like that. You know, like we'll say maybe no to that. So that's crazy. You know, like a position in even a position in Google is not like that. Right. So also there's like thousands of positions in Google. Right. You know, and there was one position for a big artist, drummer, blah blah blah.
A few hundred for big tours.
Positions.
Like several hundred big tours a year.
Yeah.
Not more, right?
Yeah, that's also, you're being generous. You're being generous. Because most of those several hundred you're saying, they're like medium, you know, probably. Like, right? I don't know, like, I can't count. You mean big?
Yeah, big tours.
Anyways, that's little.
Yeah.
You know, anyways, it's very desirable for many reasons. Yeah, but the check is totally regular. The check is so just okay.
The check,
you know, unless you're a big A-lister. You know, in the 90s, the A-listers had insane rates.
Right.
Insane. And well deserved. And today also there's some situations where like the rate for this specific guy, no matter what, is big. Because it's a name. So, by the way, I forgot to add to my point of like, you know, there's no musicians without jobs, except A-listers. Okay, I'm not talking about A-listers, people that, you know, their name is just, you just put it, you know, and that if that person is there, you know.
Yeah, the check again. Back to the check is really good for that day or for that month.
Yeah.
But if you look yearly, that's when you really.
And that's what I call the check.
That's the check.
I only look at that.
Right.
The check is the number per amount of. The check is the number you get. I was gonna say per amount of work, but that's not even true because like we know that for every specialty work is higher check per the amount of work, right? When you work at a regular 9-to-5 job, your hourly rate is lower than if you're a special plumber. When you are a specialty plumber, therapist, a teacher of some sort, like your hourly rate goes from 30 to 120 per hour, 200 per hour, right?
Yeah.
And if you're a tour musician, your rate per hour also goes up. Not really because you're all day there, right? But let's just count the sound check and the show, for instance. So it's like a big pay. So that's like that with any industry. So there's nothing special about that check because every industry that like it's a specialty work, the check is always higher per the amount of time you're there.
Yeah.
So let's just call it what a check is what you get for that year, for that month.
Right.
Compared to being a human on earth that needs to eat food. Right?
So, yeah.
So it's not a shiny check.
I guess not. So the conclusion is get a job.
We figured
kids.
it out.
Get a job.
We figured it out.
No, but I will add one thing just to give the other side of it. To not be too like cynical. That when you are, for me, personal stuff, when you are on the road, when you're working, when you're like doing it properly, there's like that just inner voice in you that's like, fuck yeah. Like that you
I'm
come.
doing it.
You come, several times a day, you're like, look around and you're like, wow. Like I'm making money from the thing I love and have dreamed of doing my entire life and worked every moment for. Like I'm actually doing it at a high level, and I'm playing music every day for my work.
Yeah.
Like when we make that happen, no one can make that happen always. Like again, like you said, the 0.1% are always. But when it's happening, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Amen to that. I agree. And also, to even expand it, is just, I wish for me and for everybody who's playing music to feel that with every gig they take.
Exactly.
With every situation that is musical and they are able to do it and it pays even more amazing and
whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
It's just to make let's finish on a good note.
Yeah.
If you make music in this life, if you have the gift of music and the love for music, and maybe you're not even making money off of it at all. Maybe it's not your work at all. But if you get to interact with music creation in this life, you're lucky.
Yeah.
You're a lucky human.
For sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And it's such a subject that like you just keep talking about forever and it develops and you learn from it and it's like but I feel like we touched on a lot of this
we did.
Like essence of the work and it's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, thank you so much for coming.